Hello, everyone. Welcome to this pick a card energy reading for this end of the year of this end of 2024 and into the energy that you're stepping into 2025 with. I was called to do this reading. This is actually relevant for why I did this reading. As I have shared, I'm starting a new channel, right, for new communities, new energy, this new project overall, and really stepping into this purpose and service based creative project. And I was really feeling I have procrastinated for about a whole month of December, and it was just very hard for me to get into it, okay, to feel the energy of it. And then I reminded myself just how easy it is to tap into our collective's energy. And it's just something that I have done for over a year and a half now. And instead of, just waiting for that inspiration for the quote unquote perfect day, I was like, well, then why don't I start with something that I'm already, just very familiar with? And so I did this reading, and now it's like, okay, cool. I feel like it just helped me initiate this. It was like a stepping stone for me to really like start this new year, new chapter, new beginning as it relates to my project. This is the energy that it came in. Actually, I'm recording this after I did this, after I did the readings for each of the piles, which is the first time I'm doing it this way. And for each pile, the same message in different, slightly different tones came through, which is initiative, um, and change. A lot of change. But it just felt very familiar with where I was at today, and I was telling myself like, I feel like a lot of us are moving from a very stale energy and into something that is um just very new, right? And we kind of don't know where to start, if that makes sense, or we kind of still feel like we're dragging our old selves into this into this energy. And the invitation for all three piles was uh almost like this click of just do it. Just do it. Find a way to sink into the new, okay? Because it's again the new earth. In the new earth, we are the creators, we are the initiators, we are the builders, we are the architects. And it's like it's not waiting on the next moon phase. It's no, I feel like this full moon in Gemini really spoke really spoke for itself. It's like you gotta take that step forward. So we had three beautiful energies. The first one was divine feminine energy. It was just very, very particularly sweet. I will invite you to tune into it. The second one was divine. I'm sorry, I kept laughing. I'm gonna apologize in advance. I kept laughing all throughout this reading because your energy, and I still can't stop laughing. It's like your energy feels so let's call it amusing. Okay. uh, it just, you're gonna find it for yourselves. And then we had the pile three with the lovers, which felt more so a divine feminine energy. And it's actually, well, for both, but it's related to the twin flame journey. A message for the twin flame collective as we're stepping into this new year and this ending of 2024. Hello, Pile One. Welcome to your reading for what to expect in this new major chapter of your life. And let's just call it the theme for 2025. We will see how the energy goes, but it really feels like I'm tapping into the energy with which you are entering into 2025. So, first of all, this is definitely a divine feminine reading. Okay, if you resonate with being a divine feminine, or you can apply it for your own internal feminine energy. You know the deal. Now, I must say, first of all, when I shuffled the cards and I pulled the Queen of Cups, I started tearing up. It feels like a very emotionally challenging past year. I'm sure you don't need you don't need a reader to tell you this. We've all been through this in our respective individual journeys, but what I feel that is coming through with this reading is a lot of healing energy from this Queen of Cups. I mean, you can look at her, she's holding her emotions, but I feel like she's holding them in a different way. She's like, I feel like the kind of energy that I'm receiving from this card is you protecting your heart more. And by protecting your heart, I don't mean guarded, but more so in a way where you realize that your past experiences have not you have not been careful with your heart and who you have given it to, and how you have, I feel like you have put yourself in vulnerable situations that made you really feel like, okay, well, this is a very strong message with this 10 of Pentacles. This feels like you have put your hope into a particular area of your life, okay? This is not solely romantic, but I feel like there's something that you truly cherish, like this Queen of Cups. She really cherishes her emotions, right? There's something that you really cared about, whether that was a project, a dream of yours, a path. It doesn't matter. It could have been a past relationship, but you have really held on to it. And it feels like with this 10 of Pentacles, kind of feel like it was turned upside down, which your current energy right now really feels like a little, I want to say a little disappointed and a little discouraged of whether you're gonna have this 10 of Pentacles again, or I want to say the better word for that would be apprehension. Like you're really cautious right now. This is not the kind of energy that I'm getting from the Queen of Cups at all. She's usually a very, very intuitive, very nurturing, very loving. But I feel the kind of energy that I'm feeling today with all the combinations from the other cards, it feels like you have been walking away from something very difficult in your past, and now you have become cautious. Okay, the Nine of Cups, and the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, this is interesting. Usually the Nine of Cups gives me this energy of, self-love, self-empowerment, um just kind of having a well-rounded life, and then which leads to the 10 of cups, right, which is wish fulfillment in all areas of life. um this feels like you have okay, I'm getting I'm getting that you're leaning, okay, as you're entering into this 2025 or into this new chapter, whenever you happen to watch this with this reading, but I feel like the most of you will watch it around the time that it's going to be posted. I feel like you are entering with with an energy of, I'm going to be more cautious. I'm going to be more practical, right? The Eight of Pentacles is like working towards something very diligently, very meticulous, very focused, right? Very focused on something that is, I want to say tangible. And I feel like you're pouring less your emotions into it, right? Not in a way where you are like frivolous, or you are just disconnected from your emotions, but more in a way where this Nine of Cups really gives me this idea of what I thought I needed, or what I thought I wanted, or this vision of happiness that I had, wasn't based on a real foundation, wasn't based on like, I don't want to say facts, but it kind of feels like this energy, right? Because we go from the Nine of Cups into the Eight of Pentacles, which is okay, if I'm going into a project right now, I'm expecting results, right? If I'm going into a relationship, well, I'm expecting tangible steps, tangible facts, tangible reasons for me to be connected with that person. And I don't feel like it's necessarily I'm not getting an energy of, it's not a negative energy. It's more so like determined, right? Like, where your priorities are right now. Because when I was shuffling into your energy, I was feeling very scattered. That's what it feels like. It's like, even the reading, I'm not reading it like I usually do. It's like I'm going from one card to another, and it's the energy of, okay, now I know. It's like Eight of Pentacles, very grounded, very practical. Like, now I know where I'm at. Okay. This Uranus card, I'm gonna try to like very quickly skim through, because it's actually a French deck. So Uranus, it talks about creativity and self expansion, finding the joy that makes you vibrate. Interesting. Okay. All right. Yes, exactly. Okay. I feel like the kind of energy that you're coming into this new year, pile one, or divine feminine, is very much very creative, very like joy. There's something vibrant. That's the word. Okay. Vibrant. And I mean, look at this moon fairy goddess. Like, you two are lovely and kind. I really feel like something about this past experience, whatever that was for you, it just really made you shine even brighter. Like, I'm getting such a vivid and vibrant energy from you. And you know me, I'm not just, I'm not about the, just random words and pep talk to make you feel good, but that's the energy where I know you're at right now. And if you're still kind of feeling a little bit down, or still not detached from this old experience, I feel like you're soon, I mean very, very soon, you're going to start feeling in this Eight of Pentacles Uranus energy There's a lot of throat plus third eye chakra energy. I mean, blue and purple everywhere. I feel like you're gonna start expressing your creativity even more, and you're definitely going to enhance your spiritual gifts. I'm feeling like this Nine of Cups again. It's interesting. Okay, calm down. I'm getting a lot of messages at the same time, which is I feel very significant for your pile, because I feel like you're coming into 2025 with a very spiritual approach, but a very grounded spiritual approach. I feel like this Nine of Cups, it's around illusions. And now that it's in reverse, I feel like you're becoming much more discerning, um, when it comes to your intuition versus emotions versus like what's actually real, okay, and versus what is wish fulfillment. This has been a theme for the divine feminines for a few years now, right? This has been the high priestess training. And also the other message that I was feeling from how the cards behaved is like, most of the cards I'm not taking the literal sense, most of them, which feels like this is you trusting your intuition versus doing things quote unquote by the book. I feel like there is an independence that comes with, I now trust my intuition. I realize how in the past I have been given my power away to illusions. I've learned this. I'm walking away, Six of Swords. I'm walking away from past illusions, and I'm going into uh here in the kingdom of truth, which like kind of feels like, you can look at this beautiful monastery. I don't know what it is in the Six of Swords card. It's like the kingdom of truth. That's what I'm hearing it as. Um yeah, this is such a beautiful energy. Moving from a very challenging experience, turning it upside down in the sense where it's like you're turning a quote unquote perceived failure or obstacle or challenge, whatever that was, you're turning it into something creative, practical, beautiful, vibrant. It's your energy in 2025 feels just very unbridled. I feel like you are detached, and again, not disconnected but detached, like not very emotional, not very definitely not very easy to be influenced or stirred, stirred away from your path with this Eight of Pentacles. This is such a solid card and beautiful sign. I feel like you know where you're going, you know what your path is, and you're just taking steps towards it. And with this Uranus, I feel like you're just really allowing yourself to be creative, be spontaneous, be feel like you're trusting life. This is really, and I repeat, some of you listening will not necessarily connect to this energy right away, but underneath, I feel like there is. I'm seeing like I'm seeing this energy. Okay, this colorful, playful energy, and then I'm almost seeing like a dark fog. This will be lifted, and I'm hearing the more you're gonna move towards a creative purpose, the actually that kind of negative energy will just will just go away, because I feel like in the absence of this purpose of this or this creative path, you're just still lingering in the old. So the invitation for you, pile one, would be to, instead of focusing on the past and what it was, do something now. Start this project today. As you're hearing this, personally, as I said, like I was kind of procrastinating on starting this new channel, but then I said, okay, what is something that I can do right now? And so I did this video to help me get into this energy of, okay, start doing tarot readings, start doing cards, start get into this energy, right? Otherwise you would just be lingering in the past. I feel like the energy right now is no longer about like healing and sitting in this past energy to cry over cry over spilled milk. It's like it's the invitation from your guides, the ascended master, is to fully walk away with the Six of Swords. This is like the invitation card, and really move into this creative path. Gosh, this is like, it's so clear. Your energy feels so clear, which, you know what is beautiful, pile one? In the beginning, I felt it almost never happened. I don't think if it ever happened, maybe once. Okay, maybe once. But I entered into the energy asking myself, like, wait a minute, I'm not really getting where this is going, and usually as I lay the cards, I'm already receiving messages, but for you it felt just very scattered, right? You saw, as I was scanning through the spread, I was like looking there and then there, and then it's like I didn't have like the landmarks for this new beginning. But now, as I'm ending the reading and focusing towards this like creative purpose, I feel like this is your thread. This is your thread. You got to follow this, okay? And as you follow this, you will start receiving the structure as well. You will start receiving more codes, more messages. But your invitation, and this is very specific for a few of you, is to start now. Start whatever that is now. Get into a creative project, put in the work, and start getting into this energy of the new earth, which is very creative, spontaneous. I mean, it's Uranus energy all day long. Okay, pile one, gorgeous energy. I'm gonna let you sit with this energy for a few minutes, especially focusing on the main card with the moon fairy goddess. And to really integrate these messages. So you can, do some visualization or meditation or whatever you want to do with this beautiful, beautiful spread, with this beautiful energy, and let it sink in, let it integrate let it shift your energy with this new beautiful chapter, this new beautiful beginning. All right, Pawan, let me know in the comments below how this resonated. I love hearing from you, and I wish you all the best in this new chapter. Greetings, Pile 2. This is an energy check-in for the beginning of this new chapter. You can say the energy that you're coming into 2025. And it feels very masculine energy. I mean, can I can I be more obvious than this with the Emperor and the Peter Pan? And I mean that's what it is. So let's dive into it. As usual, please take this as it resonates. This can be talking to a specific masculine energy. You can watch this as a cross watcher, or you can apply it to your own internal masculine energy. First of all, I wanted to say that as I was getting into the reading, the cards felt extremely frustrating. I could barely pull cards to like just uh, just sit still. And I want to say, well, it's not a quote unquote bad thing or a negative thing, but I feel like the energy that you're coming into this 2025 may feel a little destabilizing, divine masculines, with the Tower, the Four of Swords in the reverse, the Star in the reverse. But I mean, they're all leading you to the Emperor. So I'm reading today, for whatever reason, I'm being drawn to read the energy from left to right, which is from right to left, which is not usually how I do it. On my side, but well, I feel like the positive message here is that the chapter of losses with the Five of Pentacles is over. This is the bottom of the deck, which is kind of like the overarching energy, okay? This is the message that your spirit guides want you to know at this time, primarily, is that the chapter of losses, whether that is financially, emotionally, creative wise, I don't know, take it as it resonates for you. But that's over, and this is something that is really specified, very specific, and very emphasized by your spirit guides. Four of Swords, the Star in the reverse. Well, I wanted, the Star card kind of came through in upright, but I feel like this is also to indicate that the Star card is also about healing, okay? And this Four of Swords, I feel like you've been in the word that is coming through is stagnant. I'm not feeling it as stagnant, but it may have felt for you. This is how it comes through, is you may have felt that you were stagnant in this Five of Pentacles, Star in the reverse, Four of Swords, anxiety energy for a while. And I feel like your current moment is the Tower. The Tower is a sudden occurrence. It's not necessarily it's just an unexpected event, okay? When we are not in the energy of, when we're trying to create a sense of comfort or stability in our known reality, the Tower can be perceived as something very unsettling, right? And it oftentimes can be perceived as a negative energy, but not in your case. I kind of feel like it's like you've been a fish in the water, but this water was just very murky. You kind of been swimming in the mud, I want to say. And I feel like there's a Tower moment that is coming to take you out of this into the Emperor energy. And that's not half bad. I mean, it's the Emperor, okay? But more so than just the Emperor energy, I feel like the energy that you're coming into 2025, I feel like there is something linked to the Virgo, okay? This is French deck Vierge. Virgo is service. Okay, I feel like with Emperor plus service, there is something that I feel like you want to feel responsible for. Like you want to build something, you want to build I mean, empire, whatever you want to label it as. But there's something where I'm sensing you. I feel like you want to take responsibility for. I'm hearing like a larger cause. I There is something with this old energy that feels, it's like feels insignificant in a way. It's like I feel you have been focused on things, people, communities, projects, whatever that was, that just did not align with your soul, with your soul's purpose. And I feel like you have received a lot of, it was just very disturbing energy, right? And um I don't like this energy. I don't ever say that because it's, I mean, it's energy is energy, but I'm just seeing someone who's like, it's almost like an earthquake, right? But it's like you don't know where to go. And because that old foundation was not built on something solid, right? And you see like with this tower is like it's gonna shatter the tower because it was just never meant to be there in the first place. So, this Peter Pan energy, it's kind of like the full energy in tarot, which is new beginning. I kind of feel like I feel like a lot of you have been in this like, very anxious mind, very focused on like kind of keeping it all together. Just a lot of healing, a lot of, I'm hearing solitude. Four of Swords can also be like reflection, solitude, physical healing. But with the star, it also feels like a lot of emotional, spiritual healing. Um, and now you're in the full energy, which is like just open to new beginnings. I feel like a little bit avoidant, in the sense, not avoidant, but kind of like there's still a little sense of, I want to say PTSD, or just kind of not wanting to quote unquote risk it all this time around. It's like you're taking a very slow approach. It is the first time that I'm reading the Emperor card with a little bit of like apprehension, right? Usually the Emperor card is like decisive. He knows his he knows his position, right? But there's something where I'm hearing this is very strongly for someone. It's like I'm not gonna allow anyone else to rule my life. Just gotta let that sink in. This was very particular for someone out there. I'm not gonna allow anyone else to ruin my life. This kind of feels like a divorce for most of you with the Five of Pentacles. I feel like there's been a lot of losses, a lot of anxiety, a lot of emotional healing. This totally feels like the loss of a relationship, a divorce that ended in a lot of losses. Could have been the loss of business, could have been the loss of a path, of a project, of just something that was controlling your life in a way where I'm almost seeing like this like energy sucking, I don't know, machine or something like that. And it's like you felt like there was something that had control over you. Like almost like energy vampires, and it almost like took it all. That's how it feels, okay? It's like a storm that just kind of took it all. And I feel like now you're finding yourself in this Tower Plus Peter Pan full energy where you're like in this new beginning, you kind of feel like you don't have much left, but you do. It's like in the um if you were to look at it from an ego perspective, you may not have enough quote unquote resources or enough courage to go for a new beginning, but I feel like you do. And I feel like this energy is this reading for you today hopefully will help you see yourself in the emperor position, because this is the energy with which you're coming into 2025. Now, you may now still be in this tower energy, kind of like the word that I'm hearing is shaken, okay? Shaken by what happened, whether it was in your immediate past or in the past, and you may still be holding on to it. For some of you, you could have been in this Peter Pan energy for a while, but kind of still lingering in this energy of like the wounded warrior or of the Four of Swords in the reverse. For some of you, it could have happened more recently. I'm hearing that it's different for all of you. But the clear thing is that you're all kind of like in this blank page energy right now as I'm channeling. And I feel like within the next week, since it's not even going, I feel like it's going to happen quite rapidly. There's something that is just going to click for you where you're going to start seeing yourself as an emperor as a result of this experience. Because I feel like right now you're still maybe focused on the losses, you're still maybe focused on, still kind of in the victim mentality. And very, very soon, whether this tower has already occurred or is currently occurring for you, I feel like this tower, it could actually, I don't feel like it's an external event. I feel like it's something in your control. I feel like there's like a sudden realization where you are like jumping from this old energy and into the emperor. That is for the majority of you. I feel like, okay, pile 2. Divine masculines. This is where you're going to tell yourself, shit, there's a lot of people that have gone through what I've gone through. I'm stepping into a leadership position. I'm going to help them. I'm going to be of service. And that's how you're going to, that's how you're going to find healing. That's where, the scales of balance will come back to you in terms of financial gain or mental healing, or with this, because this star card, it's interesting that it kind of came upright and then it kind of came in reverse. I feel like your healing, okay, your healing won't happen if you remain in this energy. Your healing will happen if you serve. You gotta put all this past energy into service, period. Virgo, service, emperor, leadership. Go for it, divine masculine. I am so drawn to this energy where it's like Peter Pan is like, he's not looking at his kingdom. He's just, singing with the birds and being like, I've been through too much. I'm not going to do anything right now. And the kingdom is there, is waiting for an emperor. I love you. And you're like, no, let me just sing a little longer. Actually, actually, I'm gonna read from the guidebook. I forgot to do this for pile 1, but let me just okay. The magic flute. Let's find it. Okay. Music can transport you to other worlds. The entire realm of art plays an important part in everyone's life. So that we may feel uplifted and inspired to higher realms. This is your kingdom. This is the higher realms. Let go of your preconceived notions that fantasy is just for the young. We will all remain young at heart if we believe in the magical power of art to unleash our imaginations and make us more fulfilled as human beings. Off in the... okay. Let it surround you and transport you to celestial realms, off in the distance, in a castle of clouds made from dreams of all who listen to the music of Peter Pan. You have got to be pile 2, divine masculine. The music, your music. Wait, what did he say? The castle is out made from dreams of all who listen to the music of Pan. Do I need to explain it? This kingdom is waiting for you. It's waiting for an emperor. It's all made out of your unique expression, frequency, art. I feel like a lot of you here are artists, and you truly are meant to serve. I heard my guide say, let it just stop right there. let them digest this message. This kind of feels like a wake-up call, where you I feel like a lot of you have become too comfortable in this energy of the Fool, right? This energy of why bother? Why bother? So if it was a romantic thing, right? It's normal to not jump right away into a new relationship. Or if there was like a failure in some sort of business or a creative project that failed, for many of you, this is going to resonate as a creative project. There's just this flip. There is something. Maybe this reading, maybe just something that's going to happen in the upcoming. I'm really hearing this. The upcoming 2 weeks from the moment you hear this, where it's like a sudden realization that is just going to make you flip from, wow, my experience was actually very valuable. I'm going to serve. My wisdom is going to become a song, a voice for this community, this kingdom. I mean, you're the emperor, so you're gonna create a whole freaking kingdom, but in the present moment you're just like Peter Pan singing and and not wanting to take charge, to take the lead, which is gonna change. I really feel like by the end of this year you're gonna start having a huge tower moment, which is really gonna help you propel into this new energy in 2025. So divine masculines, your energy in 2025 is gonna be leadership plus service. I mean, exactly what we need for the new earth. And yeah, this is all in the past, but definitely know that our past experiences have been part of our mission and our service work and our purpose. So gotta shift from the victim mentality and into this wise leader that you are. Thank you so much for listening, Pile 2. Let me know if this resonated. And I'm wishing you a wonderful start of this year, and a beautiful new want to say new start of this project, new mindset, more so than anything. I kind of feel like this needs to be a shift in mindset, shift in perspective, something that's gonna take you out of this energy. All right, Pile 2, take care. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to your energy reading for this new beginning, this fresh new start, and the energy that you're coming into, the energy that you're going to start this new year 2025 with. Okay, so I'm trying to look at. So we do have the Empress as the overarching energy at the bottom of the deck. However, I'm still not sure if this is just for divine feminine energy or for both. Well, we do have the lovers with make your happy endings and Gemini energy, which is, the lovers card, couple, twin energy. Okay. And now the Eight of Swords is in the reverse. Okay, the Eight of Swords is usually fast forward energy. It could be communication as well, right, with the birds. But I feel like, well, it came through in the reverse, which feels like this energy of I'm hearing like deafening silence. Deafening silence. With the death card in the reverse, it's okay. Um wow, okay. Both combined, it kind of gives me this energy of like something very frustrating, almost like unbearable is the word that is coming through. It's like a situation that didn't even want to transform with this death card in the reverse. It's like nothing was moving, nothing was transforming. It was just um the same energy, and it feels like it was weighting you down. The current energy where you're at right now is the Fool, which I feel like um the Fool is open to new possibilities, right? The Fool energy is the Fool doesn't feel like he or she has a past. They don't feel like they have a future. They're just living in the present moment, right? Um, it's okay. Please take this next message lightly. What I'm gonna say, and um, the death card and the lovers with the happy endings. I feel like it's the death. Okay, I feel like you're somewhere in between this past energy and not yet into the Fool, which is, I'm reading it as your current energy. I feel like your guides are pointing me towards this death in the reverse. I feel like you're more so in the death in the reverse where you're still, it's like you don't want this happy ending or whatever you envision as a happy ending to die. Okay, this is why it was very hard for me to channel the energy in the beginning. Is like it kind of feels like I cannot pierce into the new because there is still an element of illusion here that's preventing you from stepping into the Empress. Um your future energy, meaning the energy that you're coming into 2025, which could be, it really depends on how fast you're gonna allow this past vision of how you intended your life to be, whether that is speaking of a romance. I feel like it's more so a romantic connection for most of you. I feel like it's how fast you are willing to let go of it. That's what's going to determine when you're going to step into the Fool. And I'm sensing like as you're going to step into the Fool, King of Wands, well, the King of Wands is very, it's leadership as well. It could also be about passion and it really gives me this energy of taking back charge of your life, basically. I feel like some of you here, as I'm channeling, need a little bit of fire. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. This is coming through very strongly. I feel like a lot of you have been waiting on something, someone. Could be a communication with this Eight of Wands in the reverse, or it could have been you've been waiting on another person's transformation. You are being invited to let go of both and to take charge of your life and not vicariously through another person's actions or lack of or lack thereof. Wow, okay. I'm now seeing this message very differently with make your happy endings. It's like you are making your happy endings. You're not waiting or anyone else to define how your happy ending is going to look like, or when it's gonna be, or it really, really feels like, again, this Eight of Wands in the reverse with this death, it gives me a very, 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 very uncomfortable energy where I feel like you've been feeling stuck for a very long time. It's like the stale energy. There's just nothing there. Just nothing. Nothing. Silence, okay? Deafening silence. And I'm hearing it's going to require courage with this King of Wands. It's gonna require some fire from you, okay? It may not just come from, you know, like the energetic shifts, or this Gemini energy almost brings me back to the old, like this recent full moon in Gemini that we had. I feel like that was the invitation that was really pushing you towards this full energy. Personally, I've gone through it. It was very uncomfortable, but that was the last, as we say, the last drop. Okay, some of you, I feel like there's something that is just makes it difficult to let go of the past. It's the uncertainty. It's like, okay, what I'm hearing is that you're not seeing yourself, like you. I mean, I'm looking at this for some reason. I feel like this is a divine feminine energy more so, but I'm looking at this queen here, and she's like, or princess, whatever she is, and she's kind of looking at him for directions, for show me the way, right? Show me the path. Meanwhile, the lover is like, it's in this energy of not transforming, not communicating, not doing shit. and and your invitation is clearly stated here. It's like you got to become the empress. You got to step into this energy of the unknown. It's like a new beginning, a new vision, a new, like, quote unquote happy ending that is built in this energy of the King of Wands. It's like you are taking the leadership in your life to become the Empress. This is very clear right now. It wasn't in the beginning. I was like sort of skimming through the cards, skimming through the message, but now it's like so clear to me. And I keep being pointed between this Death in the reverse and the Fool. Like some of you, this is an important message for some of you, is to let go, to fully surrender into this new beginning, and to make your own happy ending. Yeah, it's just gonna check if there's any message that this card, but for me it's like, no, I wanna kind of feel like I want to go deeper, but I at the same time I feel like this message needs to just remain straightforward. It kind of feels like the energy of not overthinking or not going around in circles. That's what I'm feeling. It's like the your guides are showing me right now. It's like it's almost like the necessity of delivering this message like cold and like a cold shower. Like just do it. Wake up, just do it, and come out of this stale energy, because it's not going to carry it's not going to carry you forward into this new chapter. It's not going to come with you, right? The energy needs to be transformed. You are the one who is going to transform. It's like I'm there's a lot of one energy, which is like your inner fire, your inner drive, your masculine energy. You gotta balance your masculine energy to become the Empress. Okay. King of Wands. I feel like this is a King of Wands, an internal King of Wands awakening for you, where you're like, fuck it. I'm done with this. I am the one who is manifesting it all. It's like a whole new perspective of life, even. It's like you're starting to see your own power and how much of it you have been giving it away to external people, circumstances. It's like you've been waiting on the go. That's what these lovers cards really shows me. It's like you've been waiting by the window, at your window, just looking for the King of Wands. Meanwhile, the King of Wands was always you. It was always you. This Gemini energy also gives me like inner union, right? It's like there is this element of action, fire, drive. It's like you gotta be the one who starts the engine, move forward. It's like take charge, take leadership, take initiative. Okay, there was something that I shared in the newsletter as well. It's like you gotta take initiative. You gotta do something to initiate this new beginning. Okay, and to like the main step is to let go of the past, let go of things that are not transforming, let go of stale energy, whatever that is, and move energy, really move energy, dance, go running, travel, do something that is really going to take you out of your habitual routine for a while, and get used to just do things that really make you feel in charge of your life again. Start a new project, just go out and talk to people. Just, I don't know, do something new, just do something spontaneous, something bold. So this is the energy with the King of Wands. Is like, I'm gonna do something bold. I'm gonna do something that it's just gonna require courage and leadership, and just gonna go for it, right? And as you do that, you're gonna create this inner union and stability within yourself, and that's going to lead you into your Empress energy. Yeah, because again, this makes me feel like a little bit of like princess energy, waiting for the prince. But it's like your king of wands is you. Your king of wands is you. You got to find your own power. You got to find your own drive and get stable in your empress energy. Get stable in this new frequency of being the leader of your life and seeing how much power you had all along to change your circumstances, and how you have created your old circumstances, which were simply not transforming because you as well you were in this energy of, maybe passive, maybe waiting, under the pretext of, avoiding certain things, or forever healing, or maybe, there was all this, community, this kind of, okay, this feels like a twin flame reading, okay, with this Gemini card. It's like, because you were, but there's something that I feel like this message is going to be important. There's something that some of us may not have realized in the past, is like there's a time, there's a moment where you need to come out of this. So you can't be in a forever healing energy. And if you look at these, YouTube channels, right, that, keep going around in circles, it's going to be hard for you to, it's like the more you give into an illusion, the more stuck you're going to feel, because they're going to feed off your passive energy, and off your attention, and off your likes, and off your clicks, and off your money, if you buy readings and all that sort of things. And there are great readers out there who are going to evolve and teach you along this path, but there are also some of those who just feed you that illusion that it's gonna happen, this is gonna happen if you keep waiting, you gotta keep waiting. And that's what you need to come out of, okay? And it's a kind of like a healing container, right? It takes time, it takes years. It's a process of becoming the empress, right? But there's a moment where it's like you gotta flip out of that death in the reverse and into the full, and it's gonna require your king of wands energy. It's gonna require your initiative, your drive, you are the one who's going to have to drag yourself out of those cycles and those communities and illusion based environments, settings, whatever those are, okay? This is 100% the twin flame energy. The death energy, the death card also gives me this energy of grief, like grieving past illusions, grieving the potential of what you thought something could be and never came into fruition. And it's like, I keep being drawn. This like the most powerful card here is this king of wands. It's like they keep showing me, like, look at your own power, stop looking at everything else around you. Not even this empress, because I kind of feel like the image that sometimes is being sent of the empress is like this pretentious lady that is, no, an empress is not a an arrogant princess. Like, no, she's a leader, okay? So the King of Wands, this is the card of leadership. This is what you need to embody. If you're not the leader of your own life, like, you cannot be a leader. You cannot be an empress, okay? Also, if you lead people into illusions, you can also not be an empress. So this is what I feel like we have been stepping into. We have been stepping into it, and this is what this whole twin flame journey was all about, is really making us see that we are the creators. We are the creators of our own reality. Nothing and no one outside of ourselves can define our reality. And it's kind of a dangerous thing, because now now that I'm looking at it, it's like when your life, or when any area of your life depends on something external, so you're kind of at the mercy of that, right? We are becoming sovereign beings. We are becoming, I mean, we're the creators of the new earth, and we are sovereign and empowered creators, okay? We're not, our power of creation is via our internal masculine and feminine energy. It's this dynamic, it's this dance between them. It's like, if you're feminine and you have this drive, this desire, this project, this whatever it is that you envision for your life, you have to be the one who does it. You have to be the one who initiates it. You have to be the one who creates the circumstances, and everything else will fall into place. But you gotta find that fire within yourself. So the imagery kind of changed as I was moving into the energy. I kind of feel like the princess is now saying, well, thank you for coming, but it's kind of late. I'm going on my own now. And, the prince is just left there with his hand waiting. Yeah, you are becoming your own King of Wands, pile 3. I love it. And I'm hearing, as you're moving towards this, it's like you're going to realize that you never wanted. I'm getting immature energy. Like, it's very immature energy. It's like you never wanted that in the first place. What you wanted was to be able to activate that from within yourself, which I feel is really going to start sinking in for you right now. It's like, gotta activate that King of Wands energy within yourself. And you're going to feel so good in your Empress energy. You're going to feel so empowered, so abundant. It's it's like you're going to laugh at this whole deal. Very soon. You're going to look at it and be like, thank God. I'm here where I'm at today. And although it may have been a very difficult learning experience, it made you become the Empress. So it's just, I really feel like a lot of gratitude was going to come out of this. And also very soon, okay? Very, very soon. Just gotta let go of the past, pile 3. All right, pile 3. I hope this message resonated. If you feel called to leave a comment to let me know, I'd be very happy, and enjoy this new beginning. It's going to feel very, very, very empowering. That's the message that I'm hearing for you. Take care, pile 3.